Nobody's born a legend.
It takes grit.
Drive.
It takes determination. Early mornings.
And late nights.
10,000 hours of challenge accepted.
Takes sweat, focus,
Passion. Sacrifices.
and maybe the help of a few friends.
It's the pursuit of perfection.
It's the thrill of the hunt. The smell of burnt rubber.
The speed.
The fun.
It's the same for all of us.
All of us.
All of us.
All of us. Around the world.
We live this life of wheels.
Together.
Together.
Together. It's the dedication,
Labor.
The love of a whole lifetime.
beginning with the spark.
That ignites the flame and fuels our passion.
All immortalized.
In what?
164th. Because legends aren't born.
They're made.
For over 50 years, Hot Wheels has pushed the limits of performance and design. From the billions of die-cast cars they've made since 1968 to the epic consumer products, live events, content partnerships, and even world records. That's right, Hot Wheels has represented the very best in car culture. Hot Wheels brings people, brands, and experiences that enable auto enthusiasts to celebrate and share in their passion for car culture. Hot Wheels is where legends are made. And today, we will crown a new legend. Welcome to the Hot Wheels Legends Tour. Kicking off in 2018, the first Legends Tour was established to celebrate Hot Wheels' 50th anniversary, to find a winner whose car would be made into a 164th Hot Wheels diecast. In the past few years, thousands of custom cars have entered the Hot Wheels Legends Tour, with stops all over the globe. And after 4 years, we have named 4 worthy winners. 2018, the winner was the 2-Jet Z built by Luis Rodriguez. 2019 winner, the 57 Nash Metropolitan built by Greg Salzillo. 2020 winner was the 70 Pontiac Trans Am. I love that car, the Riley Stair vehicle. And then 2021, right here at Jay Leno's Garage, the winner was the 1969 Volvo P1800 Gasser built by Lee Johnstone of the United Kingdom. This year, fans, families, and car enthusiasts worldwide participated in virtual and live event Legends Tour stops all around the world and showcased their custom builds. Let's break down the run of show. First up, we're going to meet the judges. Who's scrutinizing these vehicles? Speaking of scrutinization, let's talk about the judging criteria. You know it, you love it. This is how all the vehicles are being critiqued. We're going to see our first 2 cars, cars 1 and 2. We're going to talk to Jay Leno about his custom diecast. We'll move on to cars 3, 4, and 5. We'll have a halftime show, well, a halftime car culture segment, really cool. Then we advance on. We're gonna see cars 6 and 7, break it up a little bit. Cars 8, 9, 10, that's it. All thriller, no filler. Then we move on to our fan favorite regional winners, top 10 review, summarize all the vehicles, and finally, we will crown a 2022 Hot Wheels Legends winner. After traveling the globe, we've arrived at 10 finalists, but only 1 will be named a Hot Wheels legend. And thankfully, we have some legends of their own right here today to help make that tough decision. Representing all aspects of car culture, from classic cars, the future of automotive, hot rodders, exotic fans, and more. This group of judges right here knows the culture inside and out. Now, let's talk to someone who we all know as an automotive legend. He's Jay Leno, comedian, host of Jay Leno's Garage on CNBC, and former host of The Tonight Show. So, Jay, what does it take to be a legend?
I have no idea what it takes to be a legend. I know I don't have the creativity or the ability to build the cars that people do here. Well, I like to think of myself as a person who watches this show and is a fan of the automobile, and I'm reasonably knowledgeable about it, but I can't create it. You know, when I see people create something that, I tend to think practical.
Yeah.
And when I see these outrageous things, I realize just how free people can get with their mind and their talent and their ability.
Yeah.
And it's always what amazes me. You know, that's what I come here and I always see something I've never seen before, done in a different way. And each year it's totally, you think, how many variations of the same thing, same theme can there be? And you realize there are millions of combinations. Plus, from all over the world, you see Asian influence, you see European, I mean, across the American with the V8. So it's really exciting.
Yeah, you are very practical. A tank car seems practical.
The tank car.
Yeah. Right.
Well, see, the tank car was built by a friend of mine, but it wasn't built as a road-going vehicle. So what we did what we needed to do to make it a road-going vehicle, put brakes on it, proper transmission, and to make it practical. When I got it, it got 4 miles per gallon. We put Boss fuel injection on, now we get 6 miles per gallon. So I've made it an economy vehicle.
Well, thank you again for letting us come here and
Thanks.
crash your garage. This place is iconic. Your car collection is just endless. I mean, it's awesome. Thank you for having us back.
Well, thanks, and it's fun to have a group of distinguished people like this at the garage. Because
And me. I'm not
they can walk around and go, no, that should be CAD plated. No, that's wrong. You know, so that's fun.
I couldn't have said it better myself, buddy. Let's get this party started.
All right.
All right, here we go. All right, look at you guys look so great. The cars look great. We're super excited here. Now let's meet our judges. Of course, Jay Leno, we know you, we love you. Thank you again for letting us into your house.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. What do you think of Hot Wheels Legends? Here we are for the 3rd year at your venue. What do you make of the Legends?
Yeah, it's become kind of a regular thing, and I'm proud to do it. It's great fun, and this is what I would do on my day off anyway, sit around and talk cars with people. So.
Exactly.
Yeah, so here
and
we are.
Somebody will be immortalized. Next up, we got Ted Wu. Ted is the Vice President and Global Head of Design for Vehicles at Mattel, a position he has held since 2015. He drove his Porsche here. I love that car, man. Thank you. Give me the keys. He joined Mattel in 2003 and is a graduate of Brown University and Rhode Island School of Design, a multifaceted gentleman. How exciting is it to create the Hot Wheels Legends and bestow somebody as a legend and being created Hot Wheels diecast?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, thank you, Jay, for having us here once
Yeah.
again. This is amazing to be here. You know, the Legends here has blown up over the past 5 years. I think this year we were in 16 different countries, 5 different continents. Really amazing, but today we're gonna have to pick that one winner out of 10. It's gonna be hard.
It is hard, right? I mean, we want to celebrate all the vehicles, all the people, just the culture overall. So, Ted, thank you for joining us, man. All right, next up, another Hot Wheels gentleman over here, Brian Benedict, right down there. Sweet shirt, man, tie-dye, keeping it groovy. Got the Sean Weatherspoon Adidas on. Brian Benedict is the design director of Hot Wheels and Matchbox diecast vehicles. He joined Mattel in 2004 and is a graduate of the Art Center College of Design. That's some great alum right there. What do you make of this year's kind of vehicles? Have you looked at them? You cheated?
Yeah, I've been glancing at some of the cars. Yeah,
What
some good stuff here.
Do you have one that kind of stands out, or is it tough? Like
you know, it's tough. It's we're gonna have to go through them, and I haven't made my decision yet.
Scrutinize, break it down. No pressure, no pressure. You're gonna make somebody a lucky winner, lucky Legends winner. All right, over here, another gentleman, looking slick, man, built for speed. Slick back, you're ready to go. Brendan Vituski, he is the lead designer for Monster Truck Diecast and the Redline Club vehicles at Hot Wheels. He joined the brand in 2007, working in the track and play sets. You know those orange tracks. You know, me and my brother used to fight with them all the time, but they actually do put cars on them and they rip around. The track and play set team, and it has been collecting Hot Wheels and other model vehicle toys since the early 1990s. And I love your Triassic 5. I mean, you've seen many different decos of that. Do you see a vehicle that stands out to you, and how cool is it being part of this whole process?
It's mind-blowing, really, to be a part of this process, just because we're exposed to so many vehicles from so many different cultures and continents that Ted listed out. Just seeing all these cars brought to us, because it's hard to do that on your own just when you're working and stuff, but having this opportunity to have these cars brought to us, it's just great, but it's overwhelming at the same time. So just the fact that we were able to work it down to 10 like that, and now here we are today to look at those final 10, there's still some work ahead of us.
There it is, awesome. All right, next up, Dalal. I'm gonna put you in the category of Madonna or Prince, because I want to give your last name respect. Say your last name for me.
Asher.
Asher. Did I say it?
No. But
okay, Dalal, that's what I said. I'm just gonna butcher it. Dalal, thank you for joining us. Now, Dalal is an advanced autonomous designer at Ford and a Hot Wheels brand ambassador. Dalal is a graduate of the Transportation Systems and Design Master's Program at the Art Center as well, Art Center College of Design. Did you guys know you went to the same school?
Yeah, we just chatted about that.
There we go, look at that. So with a Bachelor of Science in Industrial Design and a minor in Literature. Okay, I feel so dumb right now. And that was in New Jersey Institute of Technology.
Yeah.
Dalal, EV, autonomous. How does that play a role in your kind of relationship with Hot Wheels, and like how exciting is that?
Well, I mean,
future?
of course I grew up on Hot Wheels like many of us did, so it's incredible to see myself now full circle working here with you guys. Super excited to be here. You know, I get to show up to work every day and think about the future of movement and the future of enthusiasm, so I think it plays really well when we think about what the future of Hot Wheels could look like.
Very cool. Important role being part of this Legends cast. Are you excited?
I know, I'm very nervous.
Oh no, don't be nervous. You're good. Again, just speak from the heart. You know, everybody has their story, their automotive DNA. You know, Jay and Brian, and we'll get to the other gentlemen. But yeah, have some fun with it, right?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Thank you for being here. All right, down there on the end, the Beardo. That's right, Magnus Walker. You know him, you love him, the Porsche collector. He's an English entrepreneur, TV presenter, fashion designer, motivational speaker, and one of the world's most prolific Porsche collectors. It's actually, I want you to elaborate on that later. He has collaborated with Hot Wheels on several die-cast models. Hey, do you have a Hot Wheels on you, bud?
I got one here. This one's gone around the world. For me, the greatest thing about Hot Wheels is you can put them in your pocket, take them anywhere. Everyone relates to them, and we all have a Hot Wheels story. So that, for me, is the greatest thing about being involved with Hot Wheels. Plus, it's super inspiring to see the creativity that other people bring to the Hot Wheels world. So super happy to be here.
And what I really love about you, Magnus, is, you know, they're not just paperweights. They're not just sitting there. They're not, you know, what do you call it, trailer queens.
Right.
You drive your cars. And look at that Hot Wheel. That thing is beat up.
I mean, this one had literally been around the world. The paint and the decals have rubbed off against coins and keys. This one I took across the Simpson Desert in Australia. So it's my good luck charm. I try not to leave home without it. And there it is, my own personal, well-traveled Hot Wheels.
It's patinaed.
Patina.
Like me. Like
yeah.
To get you a new one.
No. I got plenty of new ones, but this one is my favorite, you know. Yeah. It's got a lot of character.
All right, well, thank you so much for joining us. All right, next up, Misha Mansour. Did I say that correctly? Mansour, okay, I put more accent on it. Misha Mansour is a metal guitarist who gained, again, a widespread notoriety as a founding member of progressive metal band, how do you say that, Periphery? Periphery, all right. So he is an avid car enthusiast and Hot Wheels brand ambassador. Before we rolled camera, you said, what am I doing here? Like, you're a metalist, you're in a band. I mean, why did you say that?
Oh, because like all these people are real people. I'm just like I'm a metal guy. I do music to support my car habit.
Okay.
Is what I do.
That's a good thing.
Excellent. Yeah, that's what I think.
But they're metal as well. We're talking about cars.
That's actually very
carbon
true.
fiber. So you, dude, thanks for joining us, bro.
Thanks for having me, man.
You should be proud to be here. Like you said, you're an enthusiast. There you go. Double thumbs up. Right, Jay?
Exactly.
Okay. All right. Let's keep this party
If he says so, then yeah, no, I totally belong here.
Yeah, he checked you out the door. I'm with the DJ, right? I'm with Jay. All right. So down there, did we get everybody except that gentleman down there, John Chase? Absolutely a talented artist, from airbrush to graphic design. He's built many brands. He's got his own brand called Destroyer. Drop the E's, DSTROYR. Check him out. And again, enthusiast, he has a really sweet 55 Chevy Bel Air. This dude lives, walks the talk. I mean, you are a car collector. How excited are you to be here at Jay's Garage? What do you think of this place and be part of this Hot Wheels Legends tour?
True story, never been here before. Place is mind-blowing. It is mind-blowing.
Well, it's thrilling to have you here because that's what I mean. I get to meet a lot of people who I just haven't met in my travels. I try to meet as many as I can, but it's easier if you just invite them to your place.
Yeah, you don't have to go anywhere. You don't have to go
exactly.
cross country. Yeah, but I mean, you're an automotive enthusiast. How many cars do you have now, right now?
6. It's kind of a small collection. I have a small collection.
Yeah, you're gaining on Jay here.
Excellent.
But I'm happy to be here. I'm just really mind-blowing just to be sitting among this group of people. It's crazy.
So much pressure. You can only choose one, but we're having fun here, right?
Yeah.
Right? Come on, Ted. Loosen up, baby. Come on, relax, woo.
This is going to be great. I'm looking forward to this.
You getting a little nervous right now? Okay.
I'm sitting next to Jay and you. This is a tough spot to be.
Oh, you're good. All right, so additionally, with this being a global competition, we also have a host of judges voting from around the world. Each of the countries on the tour this year has a judge representing. So let's hear it from them.
Here in Canada, we have a large diversity of cars and trucks. The wide selection of one-off builds to basic builds. Canada's got it all.
Chile tiene una historia de mucha tradición en el automovilismo, que empezó desde 1900 con diferentes tipos de carreras.
I think the most unique things that Indonesian car enthusiasts is looking for, they want to have their car look like a racing car.
特に昔からの流れで言うとね、やっぱり走り屋っていう言葉が日本の中では定着しております。ワインディングを走ったりとか、 高速道路を走ったりとかですね、そういうカスタムがスポーツカーとしてエンジンのパワーを上げたりサスペンションをチューニングしたりエアロパーツをつけたり、そういうところの文化から始まって最近では旧車ね、古い車をレストアしたりとか、そういうカスタムも非常に大人気です。
So a bit about the car culture here in Malaysia. We are a multicultural and a multiracial country, and that shows in the diversity in our local builds here from Malaysia.
Si alguna vez vienes a este evento, te sorprenderás de todo lo que puedes encontrar, desde diseños simples hasta los más exóticos que puedas imaginar.
The car culture setting in the Philippines dates back from the early 60s, wherein the muscle cars of the Americans roam around the streets of Manila. So even though our country is composed of more than 7,000 islands, we have American brands, Chinese, Korean, European, name it, and we got it all for you.
Historia naszego kraju nie była łatwa dla miłości motoryzacyjnej, ale dziś się to powoli zmienia i to również widać na naszych ulicach, że Polacy kochają samochody i kochają samochody, które są takie indywidualne, takie, które są absolutnie wyjątkowe.
Es la primera vez en la historia que se pasa el Hot Wheels Legend Tour por aquí por España y la verdad que ha sido increíble, tanto la calidad de los proyectos como la cantidad representan muchísimo el nivel de detalle que pone la gente en mi país en los proyectos.
I love Brit cool, and I just think the automotive culture over here is so friendly, inspiring, creative. It just makes me smile every day.
Brasil se caracteriza por tener grandes fanáticos y apasionados del automovilismo, y también vamos a encontrar una cultura de customización que no tiene límites.
With this passion for cars and technique, I'm amongst so many others in Germany.
Been some stiff competition, not only here in New Zealand but all around the world. So mad congrats.
Just letting you know that we're all behind you here and wishing you the very best of luck.
Spain and Portugal held a joint Hot Wheels Legends program, and Spain advanced to the global semifinals. After thousands of entries, we've whittled it down to 24 in the semifinals and then down to 10. But there can be only one Hot Wheels Legends winner. Let's take a look back. Again, starting with those 24 semifinalists. From thousands of submissions across 15 countries. Whittled down to 24, and now here are our top 10 finalists. But only one could be your 2022 Hot Wheels Legends Tour winner. Thank you to Mobile One for supporting the Hot Wheels Legends Tour presented by Mobile One. So, double duty, man. I'm gonna ask you, how important is oil as you as a car collector? When you go to start it, you wanna make sure it does start.
You gotta stay lubricated, and these guys do a great job of that.
Yeah, and talk about your Porsche collection is extensive, and it can be seen to the public now.
I have an exhibition sponsored by Mobile One down at the Legends Room at the Peterson Museum, where I've also got a bunch of Hot Wheels on display, so get on down there.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you so much to Magnus Walker, and of course, thank you to Mobile One. Also, throughout today's show, we're gonna check out the diverse world of automotive culture. Different segments, different personalities. So we kick things off by taking a look at motorsports.
When I was a kid at the go-kart tracks, we used to have breaks in between races, and I used to play Hot Wheels with my twin sister Annie.
I always would race them down the hallway, and I had heat races. I had a feature, I had to eliminate the ones that didn't win. And
my sisters and I would try to recreate our own mini versions of car shows.
They traveled with me through my journeys, whether that was going to a race or hanging out in my living room.
I used to have obviously all the family members giving you dolls and stuff, and I was like, Mom, I want the Hot Wheel.
To open or not open?
I feel like this is very controversial.
I say you gotta open these things up.
I'm gonna say open.
Not open.
I do open some of them, and I do keep them in a package.
I feel like if it's in the packaging, it just kind of hidden in there.
The packaging tells an additional story, both the front and the back, the era, the aesthetic.
It feels the same as like getting a new car and then not driving it, just having it sit in your garage.
I would probably just put my Hot Wheels on the shelf and admire it as I walk by, but I think if you want to play with it, do your thing.
In a perfect world, I'd have one of each. One would be open, one would still be in the package.
Hot Wheels.
Where legends are made.
The judging criteria. This is what you guys and gal are looking for. Scrutinizing with a magnifying glass, right? You're really dialing it in. What are the judging criteria? Well, authenticity, creativity, and garage spirit. Authenticity, that's basically say, hey, that looks like a Hot Wheels. You know, that looks like a Hot Wheels diecast. Or shrink that down. Honey, I shrunk the car. So shrink it down. Authenticity, that's what it is all about. Creativity, I mean, how many vehicles Hot Wheels? 25,000?
25,000.
Yeah, I mean, the largest automotive manufacturer, right? They might be small, but they carry a lot of weight, and this Legends winner needs to carry that. Authenticity, creativity, and then finally, garage spirit. That's a story. Maybe somebody's building the car and passed away, or it's a father and son, it's a daughter and a father, or it's a mother. That garage spirit, really harnessing that X factor, right? So authenticity, creativity, garage spirit. Are you guys and gal ready to scrutinize?
Ready to rock.
There can be only one. So here we go. Speaking of one, here's car number one.
Hai, nama saya William. Saya duduk nilai. Saya owner kepada Proton Suprema S tahun 2015. Okay, konsep white body ni memang daripada Subaru STI. So kalau kereta ni boleh dapat diecast daripada Hot Wheels, memang satu achievement unlock in my life lah. So thank you Hot Wheels Legend Tour Malaysia.
It's a 2015 Proton. Custom wide body, obviously tuner vehicle. It's got the right wheels. It's got, I like the khaki color. Looking at this wing, 18-inch wheels, brakes. I mean, this thing's set up. Magnus, what do you think, bud?
It's got a lot of wing. It's got a lot of diffuser, yeah.
Needs more wings?
No, it's got enough wing. It's got enough add-ons. You know, it's getting there. It's looking the part. Looks fast.
Okay, it looks fast.
Looks fast.
Brendan, going to you as a Hot Wheels designer. Job's already done here. Tuner vehicle. Have you ever seen a Proton?
I have been to Malaysia before, so
Okay.
I might have seen a Proton.
Right.
But I don't think I've seen one quite like this. This one is really cool. I like it. You know, I don't think we've had a Proton in the Hot Wheels line in its 54 years. So being introduced to brands and cars and stuff like that that we don't normally have here is really cool, and it's neat to see. So I like this one, and I think it would shrink down well at 1/64 scale and still read. It's got a lot of disruptions in its stock shape that you would still see at that scale.
Jay, you're looking at me like you want to say something. Creativity, authenticity, garage spirit. Does that harness that?
Well,
I mean, you gotta think.
my thing is, it doesn't seem Hot Wheels enough.
There you go.
You know, it seems like if you're going to do a four-door, make the two rear doors do something different. Make the door different. The center part of it just looks like a Proton, and you've added flares. I mean, there's a lot of work and garage spirit and all that. But in terms of where my imagination, oh man, would I love to drive it.
Yeah.
It feels like this should be in a tuner category as opposed to a Hot Wheels outrageous sort of category.
It doesn't have that overall X factor. Great, nice car. Give me the keys. I want to drive it.
Right.
But the X factor, you know, there can be only one. With the vehicles we've seen, great, cool. What do you guys think? Anybody else want to chime in?
All I'm thinking about is I just want to hear what it sounds like.
Okay. All right. But I mean, when you shrink it down, you're not going to hear the exhaust note.
No, but I want to hear it now.
Okay.
Jared.
All right. Well, there is the vehicle again representing Malaysia. I love the international affair, right, John? I mean, I think it's really cool to see. You see cars. I mean, Proton is a Malaysian car. It's cool, like you talked about. You know, like with you being in hot rodding. It's very American.
Yeah.
This seems Malaysian, right? So write down your scores, if you will. All right, here we go. You hear that? Na-na, 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 na-na. You guys hear that? Here we go. Here comes the Blue Shark. Now, this thing, holy, you see the supercharger before it enters the room. That's a big fin.
It's a shark attack.
Hi, I'm Danny Humphreys. I'm an insurance agent from Midlothian, Texas, and I'm the creator of Der Blauhai, which is German for Blue Shark. It's a street-legal, street-driven 1978 Porsche 928 powered by a 572 cubic inch 3,000 horsepower supercharged engine. I've owned the Shark for 22 years, and it's a home-built work in progress. I do all my own work: plumbing, wiring, fabrication, welding, carbon fiber, you name it. To have a car immortalized as a Hot Wheel die-cast would be the culmination of any car guy's dream. For me, it would be validation of the years of blood, sweat, and tears. I'm just honored to have Der Blauhai considered for this. Thanks, y'all.
Get up there. 9.8 liter Whipple supercharger, 17-inch wide rear tires. It's inspired by risky business.
Of course, yeah, I see.
Dark blue high. I assume that's
cool.
The blue
shark. I see that. Yeah, I see
the
that.
928. You're the Porsche guy. You've never seen a blower like that on it.
I do love the 928 though, and this is 928 on steroids. You know,
Yeah.
it's a fast shark attack for sure.
Yeah, it could be illegal. I
Yeah,
mean,
it could be.
Is this Shark Week already?
It is Shark Week right now. I know.
I actually did Power Tour in 2016, but my car broke down every single day, and I left it in Texas, but I didn't get to see this there.
Jay, what do you think?
Well, I mean, it's incredible. I mean, I'm trying to figure out if that's some industrial. I don't know what that's off of. I can't imagine that.
It looks like a train. It looks like it's off a train or a
Freight
cruise
train.
ship.
Freight train.
Yeah.
It's blue steel. It's like the Zoolander moment. It's Zoolander moment.
Can't even
That's
look at
right.
it. It's so beautiful. Benedict, how are we doing over there?
I mean,
is this a Hot Wheel?
It's definitely got that authenticity. It looks like a Hot Wheels, right?
Yep.
I mean,
And it's a running, driving car, correct?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like it could shred and do some burnouts. It runs 7.3s. It runs 7.3s.
Oh,
184.
Oh,
7.3.
Yeah. What do the Porsche purists think of it, though? Like,
There is no
he
such thing
likes
as a
it.
Porsche purist thing. This is like outlaw Porsche thing. So
Well,
two
you
thumbs up.
are the urban outlaw, so you
That's
approve.
what I hear. Yeah. I approve. I approve of this message.
Well, I mean, as far as the Hot Wheels goes, with the exception of the engine, there's nothing sort of Hot Wheelian about it in terms of
Hot Wheels.
The spoiler, the
side pod,
wheelie
the
bar,
wheels.
two parachutes on the back.
No, but isn't that
What are you
pretty much
talking about?
standard drag race stuff?
Well, yes, standard
I mean,
drag
so-
race.
But
the Porsche
it's
is
wrapped
not
up in a
standard
totally
drag
different package, though.
That's right.
Right.
I mean, I don't know how many of these you've seen. I've never really seen one of these.
How many have you sat in?
This is my first one.
Well, there you go. That's the first time for everything.
How's the sight line? Just, I mean, it's outside of the Hot Wheels thing. How's the sight line?
I can look right underneath.
That's all you got to see.
Authenticity, creativity, garage spirit. As you say, Hot Wheelian.
I think it's got a lot
You
of
know,
that.
I think it's got it. It's, you know, I know you like your practical cars. This is pretty practical.
It is practical.
Drive
It
this
is
to the
Hot
grocery
Wheels.
store.
It's
He got
Hot
in and
Wheels
out
blue,
pretty
so
easy.
It's got that going for it.
There you go. Like the wheels, obviously the big
But you
slips.
could win any number of categories with this.
There you go.
Drag car, fastest street car.
Yep.
I guess what I'm saying is my first instinct is not Hot Wheel.
Okay.
When I look at some of the others, I go, oh, that looks Hot Wheel. You know,
For me personally, I think the inside is a lot more interesting to me than
Than the
the
outside.
exterior.
Just the refinement, how well.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely well built. It's, every time I look inside, is something new to look at.
All right, I like it.
Plus,
Cool.
what does this run?
7.3.
Doesn't matter, but totally matters.
It's as fast as your McLaren.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. That's all that
Right, your
matters.
solenoids are there. Like I can't even count that high.
All right, write down your scores. Write down your scores. Here comes the blue shark. Is there blood in the water here for the
Blood
blue
in the
shark?
water.
Here we go. What do we got? Now in this video segment, we're going to talk to some pro drifters and some car modifiers. Let's take a look.
What's so great about drifting? What's not great about drifting?
When you drift, you're soul surfing.
Fast drifts, slow drifts.
Clutch kick or like handbrake.
How much angle, the most smoke. It's a skills, right? It's very special feeling when you do it.
That's pretty much what I've been doing the last 20 years.
It's something where you can show your style and flair. I just love that part about drifting.
Should adults play with Hot Wheels?
I'll open and play with them? Yeah, nah.
I do drifting, I do parking.
There's nothing wrong with
it.
that.
It's still fun. I transitioned from having these as toys to a collectible item.
I want to display all the Hot Wheels that I have on a massive wall in a massive room.
Well, I'm definitely opening and playing for sure. If you want to play with toys, go for it.
Hot Wheels.
Where legends are made.
Check out walmart.com/Hot Wheels to explore all the latest Hot Wheels collector diecast cars and sets. Your destination for original Hot Wheels collectibles. This includes the 2022 Special Edition Hot Wheels Legends Team Transport. This is a must-have for adult collectors and racing enthusiasts. With realistic castings and premium decos, this set celebrates racing heritage and car culture with a 1970 Chevy Nova and its corresponding transporter in 1/64th scale. The entire Hot Wheels Team Transport collection includes some of the most popular castings ever produced. Also, no collection is complete without the 2022 Special Edition Hot Wheels Legends Multi-Pack. That's right, celebrate legendary Hot Wheels vehicles with a specially curated multi-pack of 6, count them 6, Hot Wheels cars in 1/64th scale. The variety pack boasts authentic decos on vehicles that are considered Hot Wheels legends, featuring the craftsmanship and quality that you've come to love. That's part of the Hot Wheels tradition, right? Surprise your favorite car enthusiasts with these cool replicas that make a great gift for the ultimate collector or a newcomer to the Hot Wheels universe. Or guess what? Buy it for yourself. Both the Hot Wheels Team Transport and the Hot Wheels Legends multi-pack are only available at walmart.com. Of course, while supplies last, so act now. Get yours today. Shop walmart.com/Hot Wheels. All right, Brian, I'm holding this awesome car, and if I hold this, I actually get the full-size one, right, Jay?
Yeah, that's the way it works.
I appreciate that.
that'll happen. Oh, well, then I really made out.
But what are we holding in here? What are you holding? What do we got?
All right, well, what we've got here is our Jay Leno's Garage assortment of cars in our car culture mix. These are all cars from Jay's Garage that we've replicated in 1/64th. Got a few of them here. In fact, a couple of them are back here.
Right. Well, it come in this shipping container right there. There you go.
That's right. Check that out. You can see all 5 cars there in the container. Jay, let's talk a little bit about how we came about doing these.
Well, we came about doing that. A lot of people were right. Hey, wait a minute. Leno's making too much money on this. Okay, I don't make any money on this. 100% of any profit for this goes to charities for various scholarships and things. But that's what's fun about Hot Wheels. You know, it's not about the money. I mean, obviously it's a business, but it's such a fun business that you feel guilty trying to profit off of it. So when we decided to do this deal, we said, let's set up so anybody that buys one of these, it's nice to know any money that I normally would have gotten will go to a charity, and that's what's fun.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Cool. Yeah, and it was so great working with you. I mean, I know it was a collaboration in terms of picking the cars and deciding what
we
best
all work
represent-
together because this is sort of the More Money Than Brains Club here. You know, people say there's no theme to your collection. Well, the theme is it's just stuff I like. Yeah. Sometimes it's a rare car, like an F1 McLaren, and sometimes it's an ordinary car like a Corvair that somebody went street racing with back in the 60s. Yeah. I mean, I just like anything that rolls, explodes, makes noise, you know? Yeah. That's kind of the fun part of it. And it doesn't have to be about a fancy car. I mean, fancy cars are fun. Yeah. I mean, nothing defined the 80s more than the Countach. Yeah. Everybody had this poster on their wall. Remember?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What do you mean did? Yeah. I still have it.
Well, there you go. I guess some of us have grown up, but others, of course, have not matured at quite the same level. But that's okay. But that's what's fun about this, because we do this event here. We get car people from all over the world, and nobody talks about, hey, wait, how much am I getting paid? No, it's not about that. It's just about getting together and doing this event, and that's why we do it every year.
Absolutely. Yeah, and one thing I really love about your collection is the diversity and just how, you know, how many different vehicle types are represented and genres and stuff. And there's probably nothing more iconic than the tank car.
Well, the tank car was just a lot of fun because it really was, we had this huge M47 patent tank engine, and we figured let's build a car around it, and that's what we did. And it's a lot of fun. It weighs 5 tons. It turns a quarter mile in the 12s, which is pretty good for 5 tons. Yeah, wow. So it's great.
How cool is it? You know, everybody asks, come to Jay Leno's Garage and how insane it is, but how cool is it to finally have your own Hot Wheels?
Well, it really is. It's pretty neat because I was a teenager when Hot Wheels came out. You know, so I was a little older, but I wasn't, you know, so I still had to have them, you know. So yeah, it's really exciting. And when kids come in and get all excited about it, that's what makes it fun too. And plus, it just spreads the car culture. I don't know how many kids turned out to be designers or engineers because they started with Hot Wheels.
Absolutely.
You know?
That was my story.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Jay. Thank you for your contribution
thanks,
to
guys.
the Hot Wheels world. And again, kids of all ages, check it out, Jay Leno's Garage. Moving on to our next vehicle now. The engine is cool, the build is awesome. Overall, it's the Raptor buggy.
Hey, I'm Carl Goodall, and this is my buggy, the Raptor. It's always been a big dream of mine to have a off-road rotary powered vehicle. Me and my partner decided to make our dreams come true, really, and just get the motor out of the RX-7 and put it into this chassis. From what we know, it's one of the only rotary Ultra 4 trucks in the world, and to have it made into a Hot Wheels car, I mean, it's a massive dream. It's a dream come true, really.
I think this kind of screams Kiwi essence. Magnus, looking at this, it's rotary, it's unique, it's custom. It's got a 5 rotary 13B. It's sitting on, I think it's 27s. It's the world's first rotary-powered Ultra 4 truck or buggy. What do you think? Are you a big off-road guy?
I sum it up, dirt don't slow you down. You're gonna go out to King of Hammers, have fun, get dirty in a Kiwi style. This is how you would do it. I'd leave it at that.
Yeah, that's
dirt
nice.
Don't slow you down.
Misha, not an exotic car like you're used to driving the GT3, but this thing's begging to get, banged on, right? What do you think?
Well, yeah, absolutely, and they put a rotary in it, which is amazing. That's not the obvious swap for this, so it'll probably sound incredible. It will fit the look. Plus, this looks wild. This already looks like a Hot Wheels to me. So, I mean, I think this is fantastic. I kind of want to drive it right now.
Right, exactly. Jay, what do you think?
Well, it's interesting because a rotary is not a torquey motor. It almost seems like the reason you like these V8s is because you're in the dirt. Rah, you got that granny gear, and you're throwing dirt everywhere. And a rotary is meant to just spin really fast, but you don't really get a lot of horsepower. So I don't know what it would drive. I mean, it does have sort of a monster truck look to it in a miniature fashion. It's all, I mean, it's skeletal in the sense that there's no outrageous design to it. It's basically form follows function. You make an exoskeleton, you fit everything inside it, and you make it go. I mean, very well done, very creative, nicely done. It doesn't really seem Hot Wheels-y to me.
Okay. Yeah, that's the term, and I absolutely believe it. So go and write down your score here. This Raptor buggy representing New Zealand, rotary powered. Does it have enough? Well, it's obviously minus the body panels, but the cage, the tube, all the work, all the custom work. We'll see if it has what it takes. There can be only one. Will the Raptor buggy be it?
It's a mini monster, like Jay said.
Yeah, mini monster truck. So we just checked it out. We went outside. It couldn't fit in the building. The Texas tube. Give you one guess where it's from. Duh, Texas.
I'm Craig Moe, and I'm the designer and builder of Texas Tubes. This is a 1992 AutoZam Scrum. It's always been a dream of mine to have a monster truck ever since I was a kid, and start chasing after it. As you get older, start chasing your dreams. So I built myself a 48 by 16 foot wide shop. I designed and built that all up by hand. Once I got done building it, I went and found this little mini truck, brought it in the shop, and started tearing it apart and building it, what you see now.
Well, I mean, look at some of these specs here. I mean, it's fully custom, built for mud bogging. He's going to enter burnout competitions in this thing. It's got that elevator. It's got nitrous. It's got nitrous on it. So I think this thing's awesome. It's got a rain effect water pump to clear the windshield. It's called the Texas 2 because it's got train horns on it. The Texas 2, it's loud, it's small, it's big, it's everything. I mean, what do you guys think? Do you love that?
Give me a T for Texas.
Well,
I mean,
I like the
bigger in
melding
Texas, even small cars.
of two cultures. You have the Japanese culture. It's as if the reason I like Mr. Miyagi is he's a small guy, but he can kick the crap out of people. So what you have here is Mr. Miyagi with Hulk Hogan's body.
Okay.
So
like
it's almost like, well, what that's what makes it kind of fun to me. You've got this little, ooh, what a cute little truck there.
Yeah.
Oh my God, the cute little truck got steroids.
Yeah, it's got teeth.
Yeah, it's got teeth.
It has teeth
so
on it.
So to me, I think in terms of being, this is probably the most Hot Wheelian car I have seen because it's outrageous, it's ridiculous, but it's fun, it makes you smile. You smile because it's a cute little truck with a huge body on it.
Didn't skip leg day.
Yeah.
It's got huge.
I mean, they say everything's bigger in Texas, right?
Yeah. So
even
I
the kitty car.
I would give it most Hot Wheelian.
Hot Wheelian.
Yes.
You're making up all these crazy words.
There you go.
Crazy words. Delilah, what do you think?
I think it's great. I think it's got the most personality of all of the cars that we have seen so far, and maybe that's because it's got a face on it, I'm not sure. But I think it's incredible. I would love to hop on that, what did you say, the hydraulic
little
lift
elevator.
that takes you into it. I'm really excited about that.
Ding ding, Formula One Texas 2. So you were at Texas when this thing got picked. I mean, that's there's a lot of cool vehicles in Texas, but this one came out on top.
Yeah, this was at our Houston stop. Shout out to H-Town. I'm from Houston originally, so was very, very happy to see this. But like Jay said, it's the weird mashup of this K truck, this small Japanese mini truck, and then these crazy giant tractor tires, which is just undeniable. When this thing pulled in, everyone turned their heads because it was just like a showstopper. So yeah, and like everyone's saying, a lot of personality. I do think it's Hot Wheelian.
Hot Wheelian.
Hot Wheelian.
I bestow you Hot Wheelian. Creativity, authenticity, a garage spirit. Texas 2. See if it's got what it takes to be the winner. Now, this is a very unique vehicle. And Jay, do you recognize the lines of that car?
Yeah, that looks like a Ford Anglia.
It is. It's a
English built?
Yep, it's a Ford Anglia.
My full name is Michael Charalambus. The name of my car is a Ford Anglia 105E. unique, out of this world, something very, very different, and not being afraid to do what you want to do rather than listening to other people. What would it be to me to have this car, a die-cast, made into a die-cast car? It will mean the world and a kid's dream, and I'm very proud to represent the UK, so let's go.
Super unique vehicle. The skinny tires. Look at the headers, the craftsmanship here. I believe those are Cadillac taillights as well. So what do you think, Jay, right out of the gate?
Well, again, you know, the term, it looks like a Hot Wheels car, has entered the lexicon, because I go to car shows now and your kids go, that's kind of cool. It looks like a Hot Wheels car. I mean, they don't know what they're looking at, but they know it looks like a Hot Wheels car.
Yeah.
And so I like the fact that I can see enough of the original car. I hate it when I can't tell what it used to be.
Right.
You know, you got that Anglia, that rear window, which is unique, the front end. There's enough of it there to realize what it used to be. So yeah, so it's the essence of a Ford Anglia, but in no way is it a Ford Anglia.
No, not at all. And it's hot rod, it's custom, the skinny tires, the exhaust out back. From a, Brian, going to you as a Hot Wheels designer, your work's done, man.
Yeah,
I mean, that thing's unique, it's custom, it's wild.
It's so wild. I love how it completely transformed the Anglia, but like Jay said, you can still recognize what it was, right? But the proportions, the stance on this thing is so cool. And I love how they did the narrow tires rather than, a lot of people would be tempted to put big fat wides on the rear, but I just love the whole setup here.
And the build, the fit and finish is really well done. Watch the exhaust, it's see right there? That little detail, you know, shrunken down, I don't think it would be as dynamic, but it's still a really cool, unique car. And with it being kind of this matte green, I think it's a canvas as far as deco, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot in here that we could do at 1/64th that would still pop and really make you turn your head on shelf. I think first of all, this comes from the UK. So last year, we know the P1800 Gasser was the winner. UK coming in with the heat again with this car. I mean, this thing screams, like Jay said, Hot Wheels. I love the wheels, the BBS wheels here. Nice accent with the gold. Whole thing comes together really nicely for me.
Very unique, just such a cool, I'm a sucker for that matte green, those headers. I mean, the build quality here is really, really sharp. So we'll write down your scores and move on to our next car. The Hot Wheels floor mats bring a feel of classic childhood memories to protecting your full-size car, right? Not 1/64th. It protects your carpet from everyday stains and wear. Embossed with the Hot Wheels logo, the mats also benefit from a textured back to help keep them in place when fitted. Engineered with deep honeycomb pattern to contain water, sand, and mud. Hot Wheels premium honeycomb design 2-piece rubber floor mat set. Manufactured from recycled premium rubber material and engineered with honeycomb impression for all-weather protection. Fits most cars, trucks, and SUVs with predefined trim lines for an ultimate tailored fit. Also, nice, easy, clean design. Pick yourself up some Hot Wheels floor mats. All right, halftime break. We've seen 5 vehicles. We're going to see 5 more, but let's take a deeper dive in a category, and 3 of you are actually represented in these videos. We kick things off by going in the future. Well, the future is now. Let's take a look at EV.
My favorite EV from Hot Wheels, without question, the Mustang
Mach-E 1400. Super crazy concept car.
We built it, I get to drive it, I even crashed it a few times.
The IDR.
The Volkswagen IDR. That car in real life has broken records all across the globe.
Fastest car on the planet.
But it is immortalized in a beautiful Hot Wheels casting.
Should adults play with Hot Wheels? Wow, that's a loaded question. Jeez, age shaming.
I believe that your items should be used. They should be played with.
Wait, don't take them out and make vroom vroom noises?
Not anymore. Oh, I play with mine.
Why would that be weird? Should adults not play? Is there an age limit to play?
I make engine sounds when I play with Hot Wheels. What fun is it not?
Do I make engine sounds? That is between me and my Hot Wheels. Hot Wheels.
Where legends are made.
Dalal, there it is. I mean, you're talking about future, technology, innovation, all these cool things, autonomous, EV, and look, it crosses over. Is that electric too?
It is electric, Jared. Isn't that super cool?
Yeah, that's the Mach-E 1400. Vaughn Gittin Jr. is featured in that. He ripped the thing around. So how big of a responsibility do you have in the EV, in the autonomous. How cool is that?
I mean, I can't say I don't love my job, Jared. It's amazing to be able to show up every day and think about the future of enthusiasm, the future of the way that we get around and move, whether it's to get somewhere important or just for fun, you know, just as an escape. So I'm super excited to be part of that.
And they're fast.
They're
EV can be fast.
insanely fast, and they handle super well.
Great, awesome. All right, thank you, Dalal. Now, moving right along, let's talk about, so we're going from one end of the spectrum to the other, and let's go into hot rods. John Chase, you're featured in this video. Let's take a deeper dive into hot rods.
Muscle cars. I think American muscle. That's what I think of what a muscle car is.
It's got hips, it's wide.
To me, a muscle car is this right here.
A Mustang, obviously.
But look what they're making now, right now. Those cars make way more power.
It's interesting because I guess a Mustang EcoBoost is still a muscle car.
I don't classify any of the new cars as muscle cars.
Really? Yes. A new Mustang can totally be a new muscle car. It's more power, more performance, and it has the look. So yeah, 100%. What makes a car legendary?
I think a legendary car is defined by the love of it.
The story, the history behind it.
It's kind of a subjective thing. Does it connect with people? Does it set records?
There's a legendary drag car. There's a legendary off-road truck. There's a legendary numbers matching all original car.
Its overall impact and presence. And if that car is turned into a Hot Wheels, then that absolutely solidifies the legendary status.
Hot Wheels.
Where legends are made.
And there it is, talking hot rods, John Chase. Hot Wheels represents the culture. You got that vehicle looks familiar, Vitoski, huh?
Yeah, I like that one. That's cool.
How cool is like hot rodding playing a role in automotive culture, and then you get to own one of those?
I mean, it's just it's a childhood dream, let's be honest. It is. And that's, I mean, who doesn't love this? And it's basically American culture right here. This is it. This is car culture.
Yeah.
This is the beginning of car culture for little kids to adults.
And big kids, come on, right? I mean, we're all kids at heart. And when I go to the grocery store, I'm still looking at pegs and trying to find, oh, is this one rare? Is this one cool? Right? I mean, do you still do that even though you work for the company?
Absolutely. All I do is go there, and then maybe if I can't find it, I go back to the office and snag one there.
There you go. John, thank you for your contribution to the hot rod
Cheating
roll,
right there, he's cheating.
Exactly. He's got the whole store at his fingertips. I know you steal them, you little sticky fingers. All right, so moving right along, we talked EV, we talked hot rodding. Now let's talk exotics. Do you like exotic cars, Jay?
I do like exotic cars because they represent the free-flowing imagination. It's not designed by committee.
Yeah.
You know, most exotics are one man or woman's vision of what they think it should be.
Yeah.
That's what makes it. I mean, we all like, a Camry is a great car, but it's kind of designed by committee, you know,
Okay.
and it's meant to do a lot of things and be comfortable. Okay, so it works on every level. It doesn't excite on it.
Right.
You know, with an exotic car, it only has to excite on that visceral level.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that you can't fit in it, it's impractical, it eats gas. You don't care
No.
because it's like
Exotic.
falling in love with the wrong woman, basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, there you go. Well, let's fall in love with some exotic cars. Let's go. Take a look.
So what I do with my Hot Wheels is actually more of a design inspiration. I actually like seeing the model cars at that scale.
These days, I don't tend to play with them quite as much as I used to, but I do love to display them.
Myself, it's more about the hunt and the collection.
I have shelves in my closet with like my shoes and my handbags, and it goes right there.
For me, they're almost like a three-dimensional mood board sort of thing.
I don't know if I should be taking them out. I kind of like them in the boxes, but maybe I should be taking them out.
What makes a car culture legend?
Authenticity.
Someone who has learned to operate a car at a level that just seems to be genius.
Someone who's just got the tenacity and the obsession with cars.
Wanting to make it better and cooler and faster.
I look at innovators as legends, people who have gone outside of the box, dared to be different, and not taken no for an answer.
This seems to yield cars that define generations, that may even end up as Hot Wheels models that you can collect.
Hot Wheels.
Where legends are made.
Misha, just taking a look, you know, the function is the fashion, right? You're holding the McLaren vehicle there, and there's one in this building. Did you know that?
I've sat in it.
What?
Thank you for
Did you
letting
know
me
that?
sit.
No problem.
Did you let him do that?
Yes. Well, you know,
You might not know.
easier to ask for forgiveness, right?
Yeah, that's right.
But no, that was my first and only time. That is a car that this means a lot to me, actually, the F1.
Yeah?
And
What's
that defined what I was looking for with exotic cars. I mean, this thing cost more than anything else at the time, and it looked like nothing else. It had a center seating position. I mean, everything about this, it was the fastest. It held the fastest top speed for so long. And I just love that. It was like...
It still has the top speed record for normally...
oh, yeah, that's right.
Naturally aspirated.
For naturally aspirated. Yeah, I mean, and this came out in the 90s.
Yeah.
It's incredible. And it's sort of what happens when you just throw all the engineering and imagination at a project.
And it makes an enthusiast out of people who are not enthusiasts. I have friends that don't really care about cars, but I let them drive like my regular 12C McLaren, and they go, oh my, this really steers easy. Or, you know, suddenly they understand what it's about, because it's not just going down the road. It's doing exactly what you're thinking, you know, and that's what makes it fun. That's what makes it interesting.
Yeah, exotic. It's just, I mean, if you look up the definition of exotic, right? Something unique, something crazy, but like you said, and like I said, function is the fashion of that thing. So awesome. Well, thank you for your contribution in the exotic and sports car world. Where legends are made. That's a big statement right there. I mean, just Hot Wheels, 54 years, and it starts with that and it continues on with that. Because as adult, like I said, I'm checking pegs. I want to collect them all. I mean, how many vehicles has Hot Wheels made again?
We've made over 25,000 unique designs. We sell over 8 billion cars over the course of our 54-year history. It's amazing, but the fact that we can bring together, again, a diverse group of automotive enthusiasts and have a discussion here about cars is amazing, and it's what Hot Wheels is all about.
Awesome. There you have it. Here we are as far as run of show. We're going to see cars 6 and 7, continue on 8, 9, and 10, and that is a wrap. But first, we're going to find out our fan favorite regional winners. Our judges and I will discuss our top 10 review and basically what we've seen. And then finally, a 2022 Hot Wheels Legend winner will be crowned. Let's keep it going international here, representing Mexico. We're going south of the border. This is rising from the ashes. This vehicle is called Phoenix.
Hello, my name is Emiliano Robles, but everyone calls me Emmy. Phoenix is made from a Duster Plymouth 1971 combined with a Charger Super B SRT8 2009. This masterpiece of 495 horsepower is made of pure love and 100% Mopar. We take this old Duster and give it all the power and creativity to make this masterpiece with all the spirit of Hot Wheels legends. We all wanted a project that when you see it, you say, wow, that it's a Hot Wheels and it's in our family.
Now, it merged 2 great Mopar models. You got a 71 Plymouth Duster Sports Coupe Twister and an 09 Dodge Charger SRT8 Super B. So the chassis is 154, 425, 6.1 SRT8 Hemi, 495 horsepower. I mean, the lines are so interesting. It's like old and new. It's really, what's that? What are you looking at me, Magnus? What do you think?
Mopar or no car, that's all I got to say. Keep it simple.
Brian, what do you think of this? I mean, just mashing 2 kind of...
I actually love this car.
Do you?
I mean, yeah.
Why is that?
I mean, the stance and the proportion. It's, you know, it's so wide, you know, and you don't expect that with this car. And I think, you know, even though it's just basic white, like Riley's car was, it still really stands out.
It's got unique lines.
Yeah,
it's got unique lines. I don't know if it works for me. Misha, what do you think? You know, it's interesting.
This is an interesting car. I mean, we are kind of in the age of the resto mod, so I do like resto mods. I'll say that the execution here, it's a little bit clunky for me, if I'm honest. I see what they were going for. I don't know that I personally agree with it. It's obviously taste, but there's like the rear there, like, there's just some parts that are a little bit clunky for me.
It's well executed, but you don't know if you like the mashup.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't know if I love the mashup itself, but you know, obviously it looks very well built.
Yeah.
And you know, there's obviously a lot of passion and a lot of intention with the design.
Right.
But it's not entirely for me, if I'm honest.
That's why you're here. We're not saying, and not everybody gets a participation trophy today, Jay. Right. So you know, there can be only one legend winner. We need to really nail it and tack it down. What do you think? You're looking at me.
Well, it takes a lot of guts to do it in white, because white is the absence of color. So I think most designers, when they design a car, they do it in white first. If it looks good, okay, then they add the color later. I wish there was a category for most practical car I would drive on a daily basis. Because that's what it is. I mean, it does look like a resto mod.
Yeah.
It looks like a factory car. What's different about this? Oh, it's got all these different Mopar pieces in it. So I think it's very well done. I see what you mean about the front being a little clunky, but I can forgive that because it looks so well done. But it looks like, oh, if I don't win, I'm just going to drive this every day.
Right.
You know, and
Just drive it.
I love that part of it. I
Practice
mean,
is
I
good.
like the fact that Hot Wheels are affordable and a car is drivable. I mean, that's the whole essence of it. That you can enjoy it on every level as a show car, as a grocery getter, you know, as your everyday cool car. So I like it. I'm impressed with it.
Okay, well, let's find out if your other fellow judges like it, love it. The Phoenix, we'll see if it rises from the ashes and soars or if it kind of just crashes. All right, next up, the Hammerhead, coming to us from Atlanta, Georgia. This thing's awesome.
My name is Austin McNeil, and this is my 1968 VW Beetle and Hammerhead. The Hammerhead is basically the culmination of years of work between my dad and I to create the most insane, unique rat rod build that can serve as a daily driver for a high school student. To have it become my Hot Wheels diecast would be a dream come true. And you know, you never would have thought that a project car that my dad and I started in the garage when I was 14 would make it this far. It could also serve as an inspiration for younger kids to go and get in the garage with their dad and get their hands dirty.
The front chopper fenders, 5-cylinder engine from a Volvo V70, has the Volvo steering wheel, interesting.
Got boost.
I mean, look at the outside, the suspension, I think that's cool. Chopped 2 inches off the bottom of the body. So look at the roof line.
Yeah.
It's still there, the windows, Jay, but then goes from underneath. That's interesting.
See, this one clicks all the boxes for me.
Yeah.
When I look at something, I go, I never would have thought to do this. Why didn't I think of that? Because I'm not capable of thinking of that. You know, no, I mean, this is really,
I know here.
this is classic, way outside the box. It's still a Volkswagen, and you see the functionality of the way it is. It's lower, it looks like it handles, it looks like a sports car, it's got a powerful engine. Yeah, I think this is one of the most hot wheeling cars we have seen. And the cutaway here is all
F1-ish.
Well, it feels sort of like a modern McLaren or one of those, you know, those kind of, that's what they're doing now. I mean, I think it's really quite clever, and it's still a Volkswagen. There's nobody's going to go, hey, what kind of car is that? You know,
Yeah, well, Volvo.
Yeah, with
a Swedish heart.
Yeah, but not crazy power.
No.
It's got really more, it's got more than adequate power, you know. It's not a big V8 stuck in here with it, you know. I mean, it's all nicely done, beautifully designed, the custom suspension. It probably handles like it's on rails. Yeah, I think it's really impressive.
This is what happens when you take a Beetle to IKEA.
Yeah.
It eats all the meatballs. All the
Little
meatballs.
Swedish
It's got
humor
meatballs.
there, you know?
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, I mean,
dig the Volvo steering wheel.
and the engineering here. I mean, you know, looking at that, you know, and then shrinking this down, it has impact.
Yeah, I mean, it would definitely read at scale, right? I mean, the modifications are so extreme that you really get that read at our scale.
Yeah, I think it's really clever, really well done. I think everybody looks and goes, why didn't I think of that? Of all the modified Volkswagens, I've never seen one done like this. But now that I see it, I can't unsee it, and I want to see it in every other Volkswagen that I see, you know what I mean? So, yeah, I would give real kudos. I think real creativity, I mean, just here, I mean, you could have brought this all the way back, but you didn't. So you have that open wheel look, but with the protection of, you know, rocks being thrown up and all of that. Oh, I think it's great.
I love it. I love the fact that it feels real modern and current as well, right? I mean, I think you can't say that for all the cars. Some are throwbacks. This is something that feels like now, which is great. I mean, that's kind of what Hot Wheels is about as well, like reflecting what's happening in automotive culture right now. This to me feels very on trend. Like we've talked about, even though the deco, as we call it, is very simple, it sings. You've got the great accents with the red in the back, with the shocks and the
Interior,
frame.
the cage, it
and
ties
the
it
cage.
together.
It's really tastefully done. Yeah.
I mean, it's so fresh and modern. And I mean, we've seen a million different Volkswagen Beetle customs, right? But this,
Even just this year. You know, like just we've seen a lot of Volkswagen.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
This ain't whoever the love bug, that's for sure.
No, it's race car, man. I mean, the suspension, the engineering here, everything that goes into it. What What do you think, Dalal?
I think from an industrial design, just like vehicle styling perspective, this thing looks like beautifully carved out. It looks like someone really took their time to make a lot of handmade details. Like you can tell that this was done by hand in a lot of spaces. And he's even got some like really intricate cutouts all the way in the front by that front wheel that you can hardly see. I mean, like really a lot of excellent detail touches.
All right, let's write down your scores. The Hammerhead,
Big
it's great.
score, I think.
You know,
there's a big
it's
score
awesome.
coming
I'll
here.
grab them. Let's see how the Hammerhead does. The Hot Wheels NFT Garage is back with another drop of the hottest cars with Series 4. Series 4 brings over 50 brand new Hot Wheels cars to collect across 6 different rarities. That's right, I said it, 6. Series 4 is introducing the brand new Flame rarity alongside some fresh new licensed vehicles being added to the collection. The McLaren P1, F1 GTR, and the Aston Martin 177. With Series 4, we have also completely overhauled the collecting experience. Collectors lucky enough to pull a premium or treasure hunt NFT are able to redeem them for one of our most exclusive physical die-cast cars ever made. From Pagani, GM, and McLaren. I mean, shoot, I'd love them full size, but this is awesome, right? I mean, absolutely insane. So NFT, physical, you see it, you get it. These cars receive the full premium treatment. I'm talking real rider tires and exclusive custom-made packaging. So make sure to sign up now so you don't miss your shot at some of our hottest die-casts. For more information and for all things Hot Wheels, head over to our official Discord server or sign up to our newsletter over at mattelcreations.com. Trucks. They're either pulling race cars or they're going mud bogging. I mean, trucks high flying, dirt flinging, or you can be slammed down. Trucks are playing an instrumental role in the automotive culture. Let's take a look.
On-road or off-road?
On-road, just because it's available.
Off-road. Life's just better when there's dirt on the tires.
If I had to choose between on-road and off-road,
Definitely off-road better.
I would definitely go off-road.
For me, it's way more exciting. The adrenaline that you get by being off-road and things that happen that you don't know about, I think that's racing.
If I lived in Arizona or something like that, I would definitely do off-road. But out here, road is the way to go.
I'm saying both. I can't decide between one or the other. They're both so much fun and are epic to experience.
One of my favorite Hot Wheels truck castings.
Definitely the PC Rally Period Correct Defender.
The Nissan Hardbody with a flatbed and the V8 at the back, I think that's pretty awesome.
I love that the Bronco R exists in real life and it's a real race car and you can have a 1/64 scale version of your own.
The FJ40 Land Cruiser, and I want it so bad, and I can't own one because I don't need another vehicle, so I'll collect the Hot Wheels instead.
Hot Wheels.
Where legends are made.
Next up, coming from Detroit Motor City, this thing better have some presence, repping the city, right?
At least a V8,
if
it's coming from Detroit.
I'll double one up you. Twin turbo 5.9 Cummins diesel. It's rolling
Cummins
cold.
Diesel. Rolling thunder.
My name's Jolene Smith,
And I'm Sean Smith.
and we have a 1931 Rat Rod.
It's totally handmade.
Everybody knows what a Hot Wheels is. Everybody played with Hot Wheels or plays with Hot Wheels. There's not one person that I know that doesn't know what a Hot Wheels car is. And, you know.
It was so cool at the Hot Wheels show. All the little kids that were climbing all around it and stuff, they would literally ask if it was a real car or a toy. And I thought that was really cool. So I think it would be so neat if we ended up winning.
Yeah.
Here we go. So we got a 1931 Dodge Rat Rod. I mean, you see the engine before you see the vehicle. It enters the room. Interesting grill up front, but look at that big heart of the beast. It's got a little moonshine bottle there as a overfill tank. And, oh, that looks great. Oh, this is so awesome. So, coming to us from Detroit, Jolene Smith, regularly driven with the owner puts 18,000 miles on it. So this thing's whipping around the city. The interior created from materials found at flea markets and hobby shops. The trailer hitch, it tows. It does tow. So it rolls cold. It's got that rag top. Misha, what do you think, man? This is not an exotic as your GT3, but it's unique.
I've never seen anything like this before. This is wild. The story behind this is nuts. And you said this is driven?
Yeah.
Like regularly?
Has 18,000 miles on the dial.
That's impressive.
Well, this is a car to me where the interior is as impressive, maybe more impressive than the exterior.
Yeah.
I mean, the amount of detail work to give it that kind of rough-hewn Detroit warehouse kind of feel you know, I think is fantastic. The outside is great, and again, it's white, so that you're not worried about you're not being influenced by the color or anything. I mean, and plus it's a female build, which I think is really interesting. I find that fascinating. She has a really good eye, and just the way these seats have been I mean, the amount of detail work just in the seats, because most people, some of the cars we've seen, they just have a big upholstered chair and that's it, you know. Whereas this really looks fantastic. I like that she's gone with the Dodge theme. You know, like those commercials we see where the guys are burning out in the Dodges. I mean, it's got a Dodge steering wheel, which is not at all period, but it just lets you know that it's got attitude. I mean, the way this has all been sort of patinaed to look old, boy, it's really, this is really impressive.
I mean, just overall, like you said, Jay, it's white. What do our designers think?
I like the interior better than the exterior, honestly.
Okay.
And I'm not sure about the wheel choice. It's not working for me for this particular build.
I like the homage to wood, because these cars were built with wooden running boards, and you know, they kept some of that 1930s. This would have been, there was no, when the year this was built, there was no solid steel roof. This would have been a wood inlay, and then with some sort of rubber over it or something, you know. So she really followed the theme. I mean, I like it. I agree. The interior, when I looked at it, oh, that's nice. But then once I looked inside, I went, oh, wow, that's really, the interior is really what sets it apart from a lot of the vehicles we've seen, because I would say there's more attention to detail to that than the inside.
Unfortunately, you can't capture all that. The exterior needs to be striking. Is this striking enough?
Well, the fact that she calls it a rat rod kind of clears away. Okay, so if it looks a bit ratty and the front end looks overwrought, it's a rat rod. So, you know, it's not the stylistic or something. You know what I'm saying? It's not. So they've followed that theme. It's supposed to be built with. I got this part in the garage. I had this left over, and here's some wood I had. I put it on. You know what I mean? So it has that.
But for me, it's like it's in no man's land, because it's not really a rat rod.
That's
it's too clean to be a rat rod and too rough not to be.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm struggling with it, because to that point, I mean, you've got very nice plumbing work on the turbos, and you've got little covers, you know, the boots, the insulation, and all the detail with the woodwork, and all the little, I don't even know if you call them bolts or rivets or what, but all those details really make it look nice, but yet, if it's supposed to be a rat rod,
not ratty enough.
Yeah, rat rod's a really term now. It's kind of a loose term for a lot of things. It doesn't fit in a certain style. People just throw in a rat rod.
Yeah. It's pretty ambiguous now, outside of like ones that, like you say, have the potpourri. It just has all of it kind of thrown at it. You know, they've kind of faked, you know, obviously deco can be changed, but they faked and scuffed the corner so it looks like it's patinaed and aged. I'd rather just leave it and let it rust, right? People spray that stuff and clear coat it with the rust. So, all right, well, write down your scores. Write down your scores. The 31 Dodge Rat Rod. I don't know, Magnus.
Time will tell.
Time will tell.
Time will tell if it really is a Hot Wheels legend.
We'll find out. Will it be the one? There can be only one. Our next vehicle coming to us from Indonesia, like I said, an international affair.
My name is Denny Kusuma from Bandung, Indonesia. I own the little smallest, we call it Dakota. Dakota Kodok. Dakota is a bus, Kodok is a beetle.
Now, one vehicle, two vehicle, this thing, I believe it's pronounced the Duck. I sound, you know, Duck. 1962 Beetle, but it has the bus front end, the shortened wheelbase, only 20% of the original body remains. This thing's clean, it's sterile. John, what do you think of this thing? From a design standpoint, you're a graphic designer, you're an artist, it brings a smile to your face, right?
I think it's thick. I'm just gonna say, I think it's thick, because it's so, like, when you look at it, you're like, oh, cool, and then you see the 3/4 of it, okay, and then you see the rear 3/4, like, it's wild. Whoever had this idea definitely executed very well.
Yeah,
Granted,
the craftsmanship.
100%.
Right, Jay?
Yeah, I love it because it's pure design. There's no mechanicalness to it at all. It's just about design. It looks. Somebody mentioned a Minions movie. That's what it looks like, one of those characters. It looks whimsical. If I was a 6-year-old boy or girl, oh, that's fun looking. It looks fun without having greasy parts. You know what I mean? It doesn't look like it's going to burn you if you touch it. It just looks like a big, friendly, or a little friendly, kind of silly, fun car. I mean, I think it's really whimsical and very, very clever. and a lot of imagination. That's a 10 creativity-wise.
There you go. I mean, the term that comes to my mind, Dalal, is totes adorbs. I think it's totes adorbs.
Absolutely. I mean, the design work I think here is already done. It is very Hot Wheels. I would be super excited to grab this one off
I don't
the
know how well it
pegs.
would do down the tracks, though. I think it'd like roll over end around. If you hit the brakes too fast, you're flipping.
That's even better.
Yeah, exactly. Stunt car. So it joins the loop. Ted, what do you think from a Hot Wheels, you being in the house?
Yeah, no, it's a great concept. I mean, obviously smashing together the bus and the Beetle, making it really, really stand out. I do think one of the things here that we need to consider, is it a Hot Wheels? Is it almost too cute, like Jay was saying? And does it give sort of the aggressive, sort of super fast car that you would think of when you say Hot Wheels? I don't know.
Wow, shooting holes in it. I like this. I mean, we're scrutinizing here. I like it. So
What if it has Stinger on it?
Yeah, I was.
Does Stinger make it
Oh, like Stinger. That's like Baja Buggy, right? What's that? What do you got, Brian?
I mean, I was going to say something similar. Like, I mean, whimsy is definitely a part of our Hot Wheels DNA, from the beginning, really. And I love this one, but I wonder, is it too cute? For
Too
this?
cute to be a Hot Wheels.
I mean, people don't say I'm too cute, ever. But all right, go ahead and write down your scores. Let's see how this vehicle is represented and how it fares. All right, here we go to the land of the rising sun. We're going to Japan, but this is kind of a mini truck.
私の名前は飯塚武です。愛車はトヨタハイラックス、通称ピンクパンサーです。日本車ベースで、アメリカのスラムドトラックに負けない車を作りました。
This paint job is fire. Love even like the Japanese plate. I mean, this is kind of like a bygone era from the paint job to the styling, the clear taillights. It's like, I feel like it's been encapsulated in that. I mean, John, I see you shaking your head. You're hyped on this thing?
This is definitely a time capsule that's been recreated today. The paint reminds me of Starbucks. He used to do all the mini truck covers back in the day. I mean, it might not be everyone's cup of tea, but I think it's pretty rad.
No, it's a cup of green tea. It's from Japan, but it seems all American, right? I mean, what do you think, Magnus? Do you like mini trucks?
I think it's big in Japan, looks like a lot of fun. I like this sort of graphic, makes me think of Miami, actually, is what it makes me think of. So I could see this being big in Miami. I'm not against it, let's say that. And it's right-hand drive again. I mean, this is like, 4 out of 10 right-hand drive so far.
That's right. Yeah, we're seeing a lot of international affair here. Vituski, what do you think? I see you. Are you into it?
It's very cool. My only thing about it, like when you look at a lot of the finalists, you see a lot of radical transformations, but like with this one, it's still a very stock body. And it's slammed down, and then of course, you think about redecos and stuff, and these are things we have to consider in design of Hot Wheels. What's the redeco potential? It's simple, smooth surfaces, but it may not always have that kind of a deco on it. So is it the deco that carries the weight, or is it the design of the vehicle? And honestly, it's just a stock body that's slammed to the ground when you look at it in its bare essence.
Yeah, I mean, it's got a V8, so that's kind of cool. In a Hilux.
Instant winner then.
There you go. You're skewed. You're like, I don't like pink. Oh, it's got a V8. Love it. Love it. That's awesome. What do you think of mini trucks, Jay?
It's interesting. It's a retro look, and since it's a retro look, I feel like I've seen it before.
Okay.
So I don't see anything new here, but that wasn't the point of it. Maybe it's supposed to replicate what we were doing in the 90s and the early 2000s, And that's what kind of throws it for me. I'm not a big slam on the ground guy. I don't quite get it because you can't drive it or use it. It doesn't quite work for me. But I mean, again, the paint is what's outstanding. And if you were doing a Radwood show and this showed up, we'll probably win.
Yeah.
But in terms of being Hot Wheels, what's the latest thing? I've kind of seen it before, but that's no mark against it.
If you painted it white, does it have that factor?
Right.
Like you saw Riley Stayer's vehicle.
Good point.
A couple of years ago, it was
Yeah.
white, but what? What do you got, John?
That thing was sick. Riley just kills it.
Yeah.
The exhaust is what got everyone excited about it.
Those
and then
headers,
to see him,
yeah.
and then see him drive it now and track it.
It's awesome. And you can own one too. Hot Wheels Legends. Remember? A couple years ago, you won. All right, go and write down your scores. What do we got for the Toyota Hilux from Japan? Hot Wheels also launched the Mobile One fan favorite regional winners competition on their IG stories. Now, this is a fan-led competition where ultimately 4 of our overall finishers are chosen to have a very special one-of-one diecast created just for them. Fans around the world were able to vote on their favorite cars, and we are here to announce the winners of this competition. And here they are. Representing the European region, Marc Huertes from Barcelona with his Nissan Skyline R33. And the winner from Latin America, representing Mexico City, Emiliano with the vehicle deemed Phoenix. And our next winner from Asia Pacific, specifically Indonesia, the winner Denny with a unique Volkswagen. It's called Duck-a-Duck. And winner of the North American region from Miami, Florida, Kyle Murphy and his very clean 1998 Nissan 240SX S14. Outside of the overall 2022 Legends winner, these 4 one-of-a-kind vehicles will be one-of-a-kind diecasts, and there are your regional winners. And there you have it. Let's give a round of applause for our Mobile One fan favorite winners here on the Hot Wheels Legends Tour. Our final video segment celebrating automotive culture, we go old school, well, retros and classics. Let's hear from these legends that celebrate the old school.
How did I find love for Hot Wheels? Well,
some of my earliest memories playing with cars was with Hot Wheels.
As a child, I couldn't drive a car as much as I wanted to. So what could I do? I drove my first cars as Hot Wheels.
You know, all the famous cars, cool cars are basically modeled by Hot Wheels. So
they were robust. They had different colors and designs.
コモナのなんかそういったガラクタ市があって、そこにホットウィールのなんか車が来てて。ミニカーがホットウィールばっか置いてあった。それをなんか一生懸命1時間ぐらいかけて選んでた。これがホットウィールなんだっていうのはその時まで知らなかった。
They were everywhere around me.
You can carry them wherever you go and you can play with them on any surface.
It was part of my journey.
My favorite Hot Wheel casting is
古い箱スカとかのモデルがもうその時に
the 240Z. So you can get one in orange, you can get one in blue, you can get one with livery, without.
Advan S13.
The 914 was hated by many purists, but I think it was in its own right a legend.
Porsche 935 78, absolutely beautiful. The attention to detail is superb.
There's just so many different versions of it, and of course, I want to collect them all. Hot Wheels,
where legends are made.
Man, congratulations to our 10 finalists, but we started with thousands of entries, a lot of countries being represented. Let's take a look back at the 10 finalists. We kicked things off with that 1931 Dodge Rat Rod. Also, we saw the Hammerhead Volkswagen Bug. That vehicle was awesome. The Blue Shark, that big, huge supercharger sticking out of the Porsche 928. The Texas Toot, called the Texas Toot, got the big horns. The Phoenix, rising from the ashes, mashing those Mopars together. Is that enough? The 2003 Toyota Hilux, the mini truck from Japan. The Duck-a-Duck, the 62 Beetle/microbus, that was an interesting vehicle. The Raptor Buggy from New Zealand, that rotary-powered vehicle. Mr. S, the 2015 Proton Suprema S. You have this 1963 Ford Anglia with those skinny tires, really cool paint. And that was it, 10 vehicles. Who's coming out on top? Without further ado, Ted Wu, would you do the honors, sir?
I'd be honored. This one car is going to be immortalized as a Hot Wheels diecast car. So without a further ado, the winner of the 2022 Hot Wheels Legends Tour is...
Drum roll.
Oh, the Texas Toot.
Texas Toot.
Give me a T for Texas.
Texas Toot. You know, Jay, why did you pick that car? Why did you collectively kind of, come to that conclusion?
Well, I had a couple of choices. That was one of them because A, to coin a phrase we came up with here, it's the most Hot Willian car of them all. I mean, it has all the, it's stunning. I think kids' eyes will pop out when they see it. Little car with a big,
our eyes popped out.
It looks like a superhero,
Yeah.
If you did a cartoon about a little truck that had a superpower, it would turn into that. So that's
great.
why I picked it.
Yeah, in closing, just real quick, what do you think? Texas Toot, why?
It's got star power. I mean, when you see it, it takes your breath away, right?
Yeah.
And I love the idea that it's a K truck, it's small. It's made big again, then we're gonna make it small again, right?
Like
that's kind of cool.
That's cool. Wachowski, John?
Total shock factor, like everyone was saying. Also, you look at the past finalists, we've had all cars, we've got a truck now. It's a nice variety that we offer in the line, too.
That's great. Johnny?
I thought I was going to run me over. That's why.
You're scared, so you're like, please don't hurt me. You win. What do you guys think? Go ahead,
Mini
Magnus,
Monster is what I got to say. It's a Mini Monster truck. It's going to look great in a Hot Wheels 164.
Little K truck that could, right? I mean, it was one of my favorite. I think I had 3 that surfaced to the top for me. It was that, the Anglia, and that Beetle.
The Hammerhead?
Yeah, Hammerhead.
Yeah, the great.
Those really.
Yeah, just tons of personality. I'm really excited to see that face in 164th. Like, a lot of energy.
Oh, cool. Finally, Woo.
Couldn't have said it better. I mean, I think you're taking something that's JDM with the K-Truck, you've got Texas and America mashed together, kind of like what Hot Wheels is all about. So I think it is a deserving winner.
Congratulations to our winner, but let's let him know. Jay, Ted, go ahead, call our winner and give him the news.
Well, we want to tell you where you placed in the competition.
Awesome, great. I can't wait to hear the results.
This is Ted. He's the head guy at Mattel, designer. We want to tell you where you placed. Should we tell him?
Yeah. So Craig, we're very happy, Jay and I and the full team of judges, to let you know that you are the winner of the 2022 Hot Wheels Legends Tour.
You're the #1 guy. Congratulations.
Man, that is awesome. That's great news to hear. I wasn't expecting that. That's phenomenal.
No, we were very impressed with the build. Very original. It's fun. It's everything a Hot Wheels car should be. It's funny. It's really creative. It's extremely well done. A lot of imagination, a lot of fun in it, and we think kids really will get a kick out of playing with that 1/64th size version of your. Even at 1/64th, it's going to be huge.
It's going to be huge. It's going to be huge. Yeah, we're so happy you entered and joined, and you beat out a lot of great cars in the competition. But at the end of the day, we really did love the K-Truck and how you made it a crazy monstrosity of fun, and congratulations.
And loved all the detail work, the elevator, I loved the brakes on the drive shaft, just the way the whole thing was put together. A lot of creativity, a lot of thought, and a lot of good real mechanical engineering. So congratulations, my friend.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. It's, like I said, a dream come true. Just, I wanted something nobody else had and just chased after it. Never had any experience fabricating like that. So it's awesome for it to come out the way it did and everybody enjoy it.
And of course, you being from Texas, you definitely voted for it. Congratulations on behalf of everybody. Jay, thank you for having us out here once again. And thank you to everybody.
We'll see you next year.
That's right. Send it. We'll see you online. We'll see you another time. I'm Jared Dienda. Peace.